So welcome everybody. Hello, welcome. Sige lang po, welcome. So how does it get any better than this? I would like to honor and acknowledge each and every one of you who are here at our Tea Time Thursdays with the Fox Tribe. And this time we have a super special Fox Goddess coffee aficionado. Not guest. She's actually our regular from the Midnight Unicorn Club. She's also called as Happy Bean. And she's a QA analyst sa call center by profession. And she's a coffee and chocolate lover or fan. Diba? So that's why our topic for today is about Philippine specialty Philippine Specialty Coffee Appreciation. So, yon. And her love for coffee started when she was 5 years old, and she fell in love with its taste and aroma because her lola used to let her secretly indulge a spoonful or two from her cup of sometimes instant or sometimes barako na coffee. So her love for coffee really goes way back, when she was still 5 years old. And it's also reminiscent of her grandmother. So, without further ado, I'm going to welcome you, one of our beloved uh, Fox goddess, Miss Vanessa Recede. Yeah. Hello, Vanessa.
Hello, mayong hapon. Oh.
Yay!
So, i-share na ko akong screen kay nag-prepare ko og presentation.
Yes, please.
Wait lang ha. Okay. At disabled man.
Disabled, why? Wait lang ha. I'm just gonna check. Okay, there. Can you check? Can you do? Yeah. Gawin kitang ano.
Okay, sige. Ayan.
Canva for the win.
Yay!
Yes. Okay, may hapon usab. So today, I'll talk about Philippine Specialty Coffee Appreciation. Hello, beautiful people. How is everyone doing?
We're doing great. We're excited to hear from you.
Yay. Okay, so let's start with a brief history of coffee. Dala ka, mandunggan ako akong sarili. Okay, so the first question is, where did coffee come from?
Wow, saan ba galing?
So, dadan,
Sige,
gikan siya
answer.
sa Ethiopia. So, at the very beginning, coffee came from Ethiopia. So, how was coffee discovered? There was, once upon a time, there was a goat herder named Kaldi, mali siya si Kaldi, who stumbled upon his goats acting quite strange. They were dancing. So, siyang pananaw, dili siya normal. And then he discovered that they were eating red berries and concluded that this fruit was the cause of this odd behavior. And then Kalbi was excited and shared it with a monk who was ecstatic to find something that would help him stay awake all night as he prayed. Pero naapay laing version ani na story. Ingon dito na version nga kani si monk daw kay gi-disapprove niya ning use sa coffee tapos iyang gilabay sa fire. And the result was the roasted coffee that we all enjoy today. Although the story of Kaldi can't be proven to be true, one thing is certain. Coffee came from Ethiopia. And then, gikan sa Ethiopia, ang Ethiopia kay naman sa Africa, yan, itabok siya sa Yemen. Yemen is a peninsula, an Arabic peninsula. So, nitabok na siya sa Yemen, tapos pagkahuman, di ba sa Arabia man na siya. And then Arabia then became the gatekeeper for coffee. If a country wanted coffee beans, they purchased it from Yemen. The authorities liked it that way and did everything to ensure that nobody could take fertile beans out of their control and plant the trees themselves. And then along came Baba Budan, a Sufi saint from India who was on a pilgrimage to Mecca in 1670. So taga India si Baba Budan. And then nag-smuggle siya og fertile beans back to India and began coffee cultivation sa India. So gikan sa India, mosegue lang ta kadali diri sa Dutch. Nag-try po daw mga Dutch people mag-smuggle og kanang coffee trees o kanang fertile na coffee beans. So gitry nila og tanom pero they failed miserably dahil sa weather doon. Very cold weather. So dili siya pwede. And then, ikan kay Baba Budan, nagkalat na ang coffee sa India. There was, wait lang ma. Kasi na to ako ang, wait lang, wala ako ang coffee. So, decades earlier, di ba, smuggle sa Dutch ang coffee plants from Yemen para i-attempt na i-grow, pero nag-fail sila. This time, however, na sila'y friends from Sri Lanka who sent coffee seedlings to the Dutch governor of Java, Indonesia. And then from then on, nahimong Java becomes another household term for coffee. And then eventually, the coffee plant made its way to both Sumatra and Celebes and drastically increased Indonesia's coffee growing capacity. And then, gikan dito sa India, nag-travel ang coffee sa Rome. And then, it was enjoyed by the English and the French people across the entire England land, or English land. And then, from Rome and the entirety of England, nag-travel ang coffee paadtog Caribbean and then Brazil. And then from Brazil, ang pinakasilingan nila is ang United States of America. So dito po siya ang US naga-import sila og coffee from Brazil. So mo na siya ang brief history sa coffee. Na may question?
So far, wala. It's very clear, but it's very interesting.
Thank you. Okay, next. So, coffee in the Philippines. The first coffee tree was introduced in Lipa, Batangas in 1740 by a Spanish Franciscan monk. So, here are the 4 coffee species that grow in the Philippines. We have Robusta, Arabica, Liberica, and Excelsa. Wait lang, ako i-open. Okay, so muna sila ang 4 types of coffee species na nag-grow dito sa Philippines. So Arabica is one of the best known and widely consumed coffees in the world. It is mainly cultivated in high altitude areas and grown in the mountainous Cordillera region in the Philippines. So ang katong mga coffee daw na naa sa Cordillera region kay generally acidic and sweet to the taste. So when we say acidic, pag ginagamit na siya na term sa mga coffee professional, dili na siya katong acid nga kanang sa tiyan gani. Kanang acid na siya sa kanang mouth feel o kanang note sa coffee or flavor note sa coffee. So muna siyang ginamin sa acid lang ha. Asa naman to? So, diri nagatubo ang mga Arabica coffee nato naa sa Benguet, Sagada, Ifugao, Mount Matutum, Mount Apo, and Bukidnon. And then Robusta. Unlike Arabica, Robusta coffee thrives on lowlands like in Cavite, Bulacan, and Mindoro. With its high caffeine content, Robusta has a sharper flavor and burnt or woody taste. This type of coffee is most commercialized and often used to make instant coffee products. Despite that, Robusta has been slowly raising its profile to the level of Arabica and gourmet coffees. Next, Liberica. So we have an abundance of Liberica coffees in Batangas. Our Barako coffee is a Liberica species. So it grows in Batangas, Cavite, and Quezon. And then Excelsa, similar siya og taste sa Liberica and Robusta. Say ma-confuse siya na Liberica siya, o say ma-confuse siya na Robusta siya. Pero ang pure Excelsa, however, has a distinct sweet and fruity flavor that is somewhat like a jackfruit. Tapos its aroma is more prominent than its taste. So nag-grow siya sa Batangas, Quezon, and Sorsogon. So here is an example of our Kapeng Barako. Our farmers and government agents turned to Liberica plant during the 1890 coffee rush. Katong coffee rush nga nahitabo atong 1890, dili na siya dili sa Philippines nagsugod. Nagsugod na siya dito sa kanang gawas. If there's one thing that can send a shiver of fear down to a coffee producer's back, it's coffee leaf rust. This disease has the ability to destroy crops, decimating production levels and wreaking havoc with farmers' income. Its symptoms begin with yellow spots on the leaves, which soon become a rusty orange. And then, one of the reasons why this fungus is so damaging to farmers is that it doesn't just ruin their crops, it also ruins their reputation. More and more coffee buyers and roasters avoid purchasing beans from areas known to suffer from coffee rust, meaning that producers struggle to sell their beans even if they are healthy and of good quality. So it has unique aroma consisting of floral and fruity notes with a full body that possesses a smoky taste. Now let's go to Robusta and Arabica. Here's an infographic to see the difference or the major differences between Arabica and Robusta coffee. So Arabica coffee grows in high altitude areas. It has small leaf. It has low yield, oval-shaped beans, 1.5% caffeine content, 6% chlorogenic acid, and higher sugar content. While Robusta has bigger leaf, it grows in lower altitude areas. It has round-shaped beans. It has higher yield, 2.7 caffeine content, 10% chlorogenic acid, and lower sugar content. That is why when we say specialty coffee, we only have the Arabica species. So Arabica and specialty coffee. Specialty coffee is Arabica coffee with a cup score of 80 plus points. The coffee must have been cupped by a certified Q grader. Coffee plants need to be carefully cultivated and harvested at the right time. And producers must adhere to best processing practices and storage protocols should also be followed. And then the skills of our brewers and barista and roasters also take part sa special coffee. Arabica has more flavor. It has less acidity, bitterness, and caffeine. It has higher demand and higher price. So, pakita na ko sa inyo ang regional flavor profile sa coffee. Ano siya diri sa lawas? Nakita na?
Hindi pa siya makita.
Okay, dara. So, mo ni mga flavor profiles sa mga coffee na nag-grow from these regions. So, tanaw na to ang Ethiopia, kay dara man nagsugod ang kape. Dara, Ethiopia. Ethiopia has chocolate, blueberry, spice, berries, stone fruits, jasmine, rose, and lavender flavor profiles. Tapos na din ang Philippines. Ang Philippines, ang mga coffee sa Philippines or Arabica coffee sa Philippines has earthy, chocolate, and sweet flavor notes. And then, daghan pa. Tagan ta mo copy kung gusto ninyo. Okay.
Ngayon mi.
Balik presentation. Wait lang ha. So interesting no, kadaghan kaayo flavor profile dai ang coffee nga kanang murag usay dili man nato malasahan kung dili ta mag-pause and appreciate.
Wow. As in,
Okay. So sa specialty coffee, mo ni sila kani silang mga tao nga makita ninyo sa screen. Mo ni silang kanang nagapaningkamot gani og daghan para kanang ma-improve ang specialty coffee sa Philippines. Kay currently there is a very big gap or opportunity pa para sa specialty coffee sa Philippines. And most of our representatives na nag-aadto sa mga world events or kanang mga para sa anang World Barista Cup, ang ginagamit nila na coffee beans is kanang gikan sa Indonesia or gikan sa Ethiopia, kanang mga imported pa siya na coffee beans. So ang ginapaningkamutan or trabaho sa kanang mga people sa specialty coffee karon is kanang ma-improve ang production o ang processing sa Arabica coffee diri sa ato ang country para in the hopes na kanang madala siya sa world stage in the future. So we have si Sylvester Dan Samonte, two-time Philippine National Barista Champion and Director of Coffee at El Union Coffee. Coffee bean si Avi gikan dito sa Ilaha sa LU. And then si Sir Jofel Manlod, katong tag-iya sa Purge, and si Thomas Roten, tag-iya sa coffee culture. Napud coffee si Avi gikan dito. And then some of the events or workshops na ginahimo nila karon. So dara si Thomas, kuan ko na siya Q grader. Kato gani naga-cup o naga-assess sa quality sa coffee kung pila ba ang score ana niya, ma-consider ba siya na specialty coffee or dili or needs improvement ngayon na. Tapos sa center, makita ninyo kanang babae, si Ma'am Marivic Dubria. Siya ang manager sa Bacofa or Balutakay Coffee Farms Association. And then sa pinaka-right, kanang intensive training session sa Mount Matutum ni Sir Joffet. Tapos, gusto na ko siya i-share kaning duha kay ang Kalsada Coffee kanang ma-amaze ko sa ilahang ginahimo because kanang ang coffee beans na ginapalit nila sa ilahang mga farmers nga gina-support kay kanang higher gani than the normal price na kanang makita sa market diri locally. And then coffee for peace pod kanang nasilay movement nga nagakuan og kanang gina-maintain ang peace dito sa ilahang coffee farm na gina-support dito sa Mindanao area. And then, mo ni sila ang mga representatives nato sa katong mga niagi na World Barista Championships. Si Sly Samonte, 38 placer, si Aldrin Lumaban, 27 placer, and then si Michael Harris, katong 2018, nakaabot siya sa semifinals, which is very good. Amazing. Clap, clap. Tapos, international coffee scene, kani si farmer and producer. Kato si Ma'am Marivic Buburia. Tapos, kaning sa right na picture na si Ma'am Marivic. Tapos, ang nasa center mo na si Miss Joji katong naa sa Coffee for Peace. And then si Ma'am Gina. Nga nang gipili na ko ni nga picture, tanawa dito sa layo. Di sa inyo makitaan. Nang makitaan?
Ikaw na.
Ako
Kanang naa sa my door.
apil. Nag-appeal ko atong koan. Specialty Coffee Forum katong 2019.
Mukhang papasok pa lang siya. Nasa door.
Pasulod pa lang ko. Malingaw lang ko. Okay. Next. Tapos, kani sila. Gusto na ko sila i-appeal. Mostra Coffee. Kaning nasa right na picture kay mo na silang upat na owners. Mga Pinoy na sila. And then, ang coffee na ilang ginagamit is gikan diri sa Philippines. Particularly from Calzada Coffee. And then, known na sila sa San Diego area. So, nakadaog po sila og micro roaster of the year. Karon lang na year. Hey, congratulations. Okay. So, let's talk about coffee journey. Ginaon sa pag-process ang coffee from bean to cup. Okay, Dara. Maklaro?
Makita siya.
Okay. So, gikan sa coffee tree, i-handpick na sa mga coffee farmers ang mga ripe na cherries. Dapat katong mga bright red na cherry. And then, ginasort nila ang katong mga na-harvest nila na cherries kay para makita nila kung naay na-appeal na kanang defective or kanang wala pa kaayo siya na hinog. Kay maski isa lang na siya kanang defective na coffee cherry kay maka-affect siya sa tibuok lot na ilahang gi-harvest. And then, after nila i-harvest ang coffee cherry, ilahang gina-process. So, naatay tulo kanang known na coffee processing methods na ginahimo. One is natural. So, the beans are dried in their cherries. So, napa siya sa cherry, wala siya ginatanggal. And then, it adds sweetness and fruity notes to the coffee. Next is washed. So, gina-remove ang kanang coffee beans from the cherries and fermented in water before being dried. So, it results in a clean and consistent profile. And then, honey process. So, part of the fruit is removed with a certain degree of mucilage left on the beans during drying. The more mucilage, the sweeter and fuller bodied the coffee, but the greater effort and risk involved. And then, after nila i-process, the coffee beans are sorted and graded. Depende kung kanang kabalugan itong katong mga naga-process kung unsa ang preferred na kanang profile or kanang lot sa kanang mag-purchase sa ilaha. And then, coffee roast masters ay gikan dito sa sa processing, ilahang i-sort, tapos pagka man i-grade niya, i-order na siya sa kanang mga roast masters or kanang mga gusto mag-roast og coffee. Tapos, gina-roast na siya. So, our coffee roast masters develop different roast profiles from coffee beans from different sources. The beans region, variety, processing method, and desired flavor characteristics will all play a part in determining how a bean should be roasted. So, grabe siya kakutino, pero lami kayo siya pagkahuman. And then, pagkahuman og roast, maadto na siya sa professional barista. Depende kung unsa imong gusto na coffee na i-enjoy, either espresso or katong pour over, kato ganing manual brewing, pwede po to siya. And then, maadto na siya sa imong cup. So each way of brewing coffee can greatly impact on the flavor of your cup. Part of the fun of coffee is experimenting with different roasts, grinding techniques, and brewing methods to discover the true variety of coffee. Muna siya mong ginahimo sa ENV dati, ganan kayo may mag-experiment. And then here are some of our local and homegrown coffee shops. We have Stash, asawa na siya ni Purge. Tapos sila Ramia, hindi mo makalimtan nga kanang dara na mo gi plano-plano ang katong business ba. Tapos Purge, tapos Glass House, ganan kay ko sa Glass House kay daghan kayo sila plants. Tapos syempre ANV. Tapos Mugshots, Olson's, Coffee Grounds, Fort Street, Spark na doon lang Spark. For sure, naapay mga kanang coffee shop diri sa Davao na naga-try og serve og specialty coffee pero wala lang ako na-mention tanan. Mo lang ni ako ang mga kanang murag familiar na gani sa ako og na-try na nako. So, sila. And that's it. Go specialty coffee. Na. Ay, naday ko i-share pa kadali lang. So then, some A&B coffee memories. Ano ni siya? Katoning Music and Coffee Festival sa SMCT Davao katong 2017. Tapos, katong sa ni Crystal Market ang Mystic Angels. Tapos nag-chill si Abby. Taste test. Among mga baligya, familiar. And then mga visits. Tapos ang akong epic fail nga latte art. Murag unggoy og nawang. Kalingaw.
Oops!
Gani. Ana si Abby, wala daw siya kasabot kong boobs. Okay. Tapos, ang crew. Expectation versus reality. Lingaw lang.
Love that.
Walang. Thank you.
Yay, awesome. Thank you for sharing this. Those were really lovely memories with A and V. And it's also one of the MA hangouts, it's where we hang out and meet up, and baby pa si baby Maggie, and we had a lot of awesome surprises there, mga epic surprise and parties and small parties. It was really a lovely moment for all of us, no? And yeah, what else is possible and how does it get any better than this? Thank you for that presentation, our Fox Goddess Vanessa. It is ganahan ko actually. I love the way you you presented the history of coffee. That's something that I don't know, and now I know, diba? So it's really wonderful.
Yay, thank you.
Super love it. And anybody from the team who would like to share or insights?